leather gloves were slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts were working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick, was chasing the beer that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
And we're back. Laughter saves lives. Live. Strong Island Television, Paradise Studios in beautiful downtown Massapequa, New York.
And today's show brought to us by Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
It's McGarry. I used to say McGarry.
McGarry.
It's McGarry. Yeah, it is McGarry. I always say it wrong.
McGarry?
It's always good screwing up the sponsor's name, right?
They never complained, probably because they don't watch the show.
No, we send him the show. He watches the show. We were just talking before we came on, and you know, Richie's a busy comic.
Yeah, very.
He goes to Broadway plays, you know. So, and he doesn't keep his schedule on a computer. I'm trying to get him to keep it on a computer and his old book.
I should put it here.
You call him and you go, I can't let you know. My book's at home. I'll be home Thursday. I'll take a look, you know. So I was kidding around with him, and I called him and I said, hey, you coming down this week?
Yeah.
I said, yeah. He said, why are you calling me? I said, because sometimes you forget. So I can see Richie going, oh, yeah, I'll be there. Oh, wait a second. My daughter's getting married. Forgot about that.
I forgot about this.
It's my
daughter, last week.
She got married?
2 weeks, no, she graduated college.
Congratulations.
Or something like that.
First one in the family? You didn't graduate, did you?
I did not.
You know what? I didn't even know that. But just knowing you and speaking to you over the last few years, I assumed.
Did you graduate college?
In fact, I did from the City University of New York, Queens College, with a BS in accounting.
Wow. So that's...
yeah, I really used that.
4 years. 2 years.
4 years. 4 years. 4 years.
I didn't know Queens college.
Yeah, 4 years, and then I became a firefighter, and I was able to count the hoses.
Look at you, and not become an accountant.
No, I'm
you know why I can't? It's hard to fathom because you're so bad at math when you're booking shows.
Why? Why am I bad at it? What's the math have to do with it? You mean what I pay?
I open up the envelope. I'm like, this can't be.
This must be for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah,
John, I did 30 minutes.
Like next Thursday, we're going to Washington, D.C., coming home Friday. I can only imagine what the envelope is going.
You know what?
What? Oh.
In this case, I don't even think you can imagine.
I know.
I think you're gonna open up the envelope and you're gonna go, wow, this is an all-time low. Well, let's start right off the bat.
Yeah.
You're not paying for a thing. Meal?
No, don't be
I'm just saying. Let's start right in gas, tolls.
When we go to Wawa, I'm going to get you the pretzel.
We're not going to go to a fancy dinner, right? Because, you know.
I know that.
I like. But here's the issue. Here's the main issue I wanted to bring up to you. I got a really good deal on a hotel room.
Ooh.
But the first time in my comedy career, because it's under the family, we are sharing a room.
What?
Yep. It's a queen bed, one queen bed.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get some extra pillows for dividers.
You must have got a really good deal.
I got a great deal on this. This way I can pay you $10 more.
Motel 6.
I can pay you more now.
You're the one who said that you like your own room so you could, walk around, do whatever you got to do.
Well, when I was a firefighter, we shared. It's New York City. You sleep close to each other.
This is
in the bunk room.
Beds.
Yes.
In this hotel room.
No, they're not bunk. I wouldn't go that low. It's a nice room. You're gonna really like it. We get breakfast, Cheerios,
nice.
Cheerios and milk and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. Richie and I are going to support the Washington, D.C. Fire and EMS Foundation next Thursday. Poets and Busboy and Poets is the name of the place. They have two of them. So we have that flyer. We do have that flyer. Let's bring that flyer up if you can. This is next Thursday night, Washington, D.C., in memory of my guys, as always, lost on 9/11 and because of 9/11. We're going down there to support the D.C. Fire and EMS Foundation. It's going to be a great night. We're cutting corners. So, Richie, you're on the flyer at least.
I see it.
You're on the flyer. Yeah. You're going to get a nice little burger for
who
dinner.
Are the other 15 comics I see?
I don't know.
even know who's on the show.
I don't know the other comics.
They found them?
My contact out there. Hey, it's Johnny Plug time. It's Patrick McDonald.
There he is.
Thank
Hey,
you for
Patrick,
your service,
yeah.
Patrick. There's another guy out there that I worked with last time. He hired the local comics. Because, I said, listen, here's what I'm paying Richie, I told him.
Yeah.
You could afford now to go out and get some 2 solid acts. We have a lot of money left. we have a lot of the budget left.
Right.
Right?
I wasn't expecting Richie to come this low, but he did. And, how much did you tell him? No, I didn't tell him.
I didn't tell him yet.
Well, at least
let me say something about Richie and my gigs. Let me say something about Richie. He's one of a few comics that, it depends on the gig, but he never asked me how much I'm paying him because he trusts me to be a cheap bastard.
No.
He trusts me that what I can afford on the show, and this show, you're gonna be happy with the amount you're getting paid. I'm telling you right now. You're gonna be happy. If you're happy with doing gigs for like a little money, you're gonna be so happy.
I'm gonna treat
if that makes you happy. So you want to hear what my day was?
Yeah.
I went to the city.
Yeah, today.
I walked 60 blocks in the city today. Got my steps, 14,000 steps.
Wow.
I went to pick up my daughter's passport.
Yeah.
Christina Marie is going back to Italy for the 4th time.
Why? Why does she like Italy so much?
She loves Italy. Her girlfriend is taking her over there. And, Dad, we're going to Italy.
Yeah.
Now, what do you hear when I just said that? Dad, we're going to Italy. What'd you hear?
Right. You panic.
No, I hear I got to watch her big dog, and I'm going to be picking up poops while she's in Italy on the gondola.
Okay. So you got to work.
And I'm out there with the freaking dog picking her. That's all I heard when she told me. Well, she didn't even say to her, like, have a nice time or whatever. I go, I couldn't. I was thinking of the poops.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
It's not. You're a busy man. Doesn't she understand?
So then she asked her sister to go.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? To ask her sister to go with
one
her?
less person at home
to help me pick up the poops. She was my out. The second one was my out. Oh, she'll take care of the dog.
Here's where you guys start getting.
Tell me, Rich.
Little Vincent, you want to help Grandpa.
You want to help Grandbabs. Don't say Grandpa. Makes me sound old.
Yeah. You want to help Grandbabs today and do some big work?
So, I said.
Wait, go ahead.
I said to Olivia Lynn, where is your passport?
Yeah.
Your passport expired,
Oh.
And she goes, She goes all the way into the city yesterday, does all the paperwork, pays all the extra money to rush it. They go, everything looks good, Olivia. You can pick it up tomorrow. She goes, I'm flying on Thursday and I got school tomorrow. They go, we got to get passports ready. People are flying tomorrow. So she comes home and I hear in the other room, I can't pick up the passport tomorrow. She's getting louder and louder.
You can't just
I go,
go
all
pick
right.
it up. Don't you have to wait for it to come in the mail? And
no, that's why she had to go into the city. You got to pay an extra. You got to pay like $200-something. They do it. So guess where I went? All the way into the city.
That's where you went.
But I was telling Ed before we went on the air. This is what happened. The brother. I call it the brother thing. I wear my FDNY shirt, like I say to my comedy act. Right. That's what we do when we want to get free stuff. Right. So I got the FDNY shirt on. I got the hat on. I walk into the passport place early, 2 hours early, and I go to the security guard. Hey, was on a jab, firefighter.
Right.
You gotta say jab.
Do you still have a badge?
If you say I got ID.
Oh.
It says retired, and then underneath it in parentheses useless.
And then they go, you can go on that line over there by the bathrooms.
You can go across the street. So I did. Was on a jab, right? I said, listen, my daughter yesterday, but I'm here early. Just got to pick up the passport. Any way you guys can let me up early. No problem, sir.
Wow.
Go right up, go through security, go right in. Hey, they take, thing. Give me the passport. I go to take a picture of the passport. I'm taking pictures. Security, there's no pictures in here. I got dragged out of the passport office.
There goes.
But I had the passport. Right. So now I'm walking in the street. I'm going to walk back the 40 blocks up to Penn Station. I'm going to take a cab. It was on 14th Street. Ed said, where's Penn Station? We had some debate. 34th Street. So he drives me $18. I get out of the cab, I have my card, and I go, how do I pay? He goes, oh, you can get out. I go, did I pay? Like, I was confused. He goes, no, don't worry about it. I drove you 4 blocks. I go, bro, you drove me like 14 blocks. It must have been FDNY. And I also had said to him, hey, I was a firefighter down there. They're nice people, though, right? Out there. Wasn't that nice? Butch always tells me, wear your uniform. Like, if you're getting on a plane, I wouldn't do that. I used to do that. I once did that, right? I got on a plane, right? Because I had actually had on my helmet and had a hose and an axe over my shoulder and got first class. Yeah.
As you would. They let the axe on the plane and all.
Yeah, I got right through security. I had it in my pocket. They didn't see it.
That's great.
We're going up to do the Bronx VA at the end of the month. We're going to talk more about that when Ed comes on. I'll save that for a little while. We got the bocce tournament. Can you throw up the bocce flyer in September? Start to join. We're only 16 teams. It's our first Laughter Saves Lives bocce tournament. We'll be playing Italian music. We'll be making fresh mozzarella. We're going to have comics harassing.
I may be able to come to that.
I wanted you to go on mic maybe a little bit and harass some of the bocce guys.
September 28th.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it. All right, so you know what we're going to do, Richie, if it's okay with you?
Yeah.
Let's go to break, and we're going to come back with our guest, Ed Paley.
This is personal to me. I'm John Field, 9/11 responder and advocate. I walked the halls of Congress for 20 years. You too may qualify for the same 9/11 benefits as I do. It's true, it's the law. If you were south of Canal Street and you had any of the 69 cancers linked to 9/11, you may qualify for compensation up to $250,000 and free health care. Sadly, only 10% of you have enrolled. Access what you are owed. Call now to find out if you qualify. I fought side by side with Barasch and McGarry for 2 decades in Washington, D.C. to get benefits for all victims, not just responders. You owe it to yourself to call Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community. I trust them. So can you.
Which way? This way? There we go.
No,
you
guys got to come this way.
This way. Yeah. Are we on the air yet? Yeah. I knew we were. So we're back with Rich Walker, my co-host here, Richie, and the wonderful, as I call him, Big Ed Paley. Nobody else calls you Big Ed, do they? Just you. And he likes that. Okay? All right. So Ed is on the board of directors for the Laughter Saves Lives Foundation. Right. Thank you for that, Ed. And he's been very helpful, giving me a lot of different advice, and then he calls me the next day and he goes, you didn't listen to me. But he's a great guy. And an interesting thing happened last week.
Yeah.
So I told Big Ed, I put it out on Facebook, as I do, put everything out on Facebook. We're going to the Bronx. Park the Laughter Saves Lives bus.
Yes.
We're going to the Veterans Hospital in the Bronx. I love doing these shows. I love being in front of these guys because they really appreciate us being there. As I always say to the comics, it's not going to be a great show. They don't laugh. Hopefully some staff is usually there. Right. They're not big laughers. Last week at St. Albans, we had a heckler. One of the guys was heckling. I loved it. So we're going back. We bring him the fruit and all of that. And Big Ed here says, hey, John, I don't know if you know this. Well, you didn't know. I don't think you did know it. My dad was in World War II. Right. Was in the Bronx VA hospital and passed away there.
Oh, wow.
He says, I would like to come to the show, and I want to be a sponsor of the show. Nice. So thank you, Ed.
That's so nice.
And it just adds a whole nother level of love to the show. Yeah. I love doing it with these guys. Some of them have no visitors. Some of them have families that are far away. They don't get... Here we are, we're coming in, trying to make them laugh and hang out. And then Ed tells me this story, and I'm like, this is perfect. This is perfect. So the reason I asked you to come on tonight is because a guest canceled. Oh, no, wait a second. No, the reason I asked you...
That's not why.
That's not why. In fact, he's walking in the door now. Hurry up, Ed. No, the reason I wanted you to come in is I thought it would be nice to talk about your dad for a few minutes. You're sponsoring the show. Tell us a little bit about. Do you remember your childhood when he went into the military, or do you remember any of that? Or?
No, that I don't remember. But I remember my dad when he came out of World War II. My dad was a sergeant. He was stationed in Alaska, and he was a boxer. So I have pictures of him.
My dad ran a gym in the military.
And when he came out, my dad grew up on the Lower East Side.
Okay.
And his father died at the same age as my dad, 52 of a heart attack.
Wow.
His parents owned a fruit stand, and my father quit school in 7th grade and went to work for his mother. So when he came out, my maternal grandparents, there has to be a medallion on yellow cabs. There are 13,500 yellow cabs in the city.
Right.
It's been that way from the beginning. It's controlled by the police department and the taxi and limousine.
Limousine commission.
And
right.
so when my father, my grandparents said, we'll give you the $1,000. And that's how much it cost back then.
Wow.
Eventually, we're talking in the 70s, 80s, 90s, it went up to $1 million. Now, now because of Uber and Lyft, it's down to only about 150,000.
You know what I noticed today? They have Curb in the cabs now, where they also have an app that the cabbies use.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Good.
So my father, worked 6-7 days a week driving his cab to support my mom.
They worked so hard.
And my 3 siblings and myself. He never took me to Yankee Stadium and never played. But what he did was, starting around 6, he would either take my younger brother or I out on a Saturday or Sunday in the cab. This is before partitions. And people would say, who's that handsome boy sitting in the front with you? And he said, that's my son, Edward. So when they got out, they would give me tips also. And then he showed me, Edward, that's this, that's that. And then at the end of the day, he said, Edward, you hungry? I said, yeah. He took me for Chinese or Italian food. And my hair really curled because the mustard then was the real thing.
Yeah.
So I have fond memories of that.
Nice.
I'm writing a book that's going to come out next year called The Boy from the Bronx, a story of triumph over tragedy. And it's my story of what went on after my dad died. I was very close to my dad. So when I saw that you were doing this, I called you right away and I said, I want to come and escort the patients, to the comedy show. And then I said to you, how much is a sponsorship? And you said,
well, we don't talk. We can't say how much it was.
Okay,
Ed.
all right, okay. Okay.
But Ed had to sell his car.
I did. I'm walking here, You're going to give me a ride home tonight.
I definitely am. I bought you a slice of pizza. And you didn't
How
finish
old
it.
were you when your dad passed away?
I was 10 and a half.
How old?
10 and a half.
Oh, wow.
So young.
Yeah,
So.
and you all know that I've been a social worker 52 years, and one of the things I specialize is helping people deal with grief and the death of a loved one. Back in 1959, there were no bereavement books. There were no groups. No one addressed my father's
People
death.
just moved on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't. They didn't move on.
They didn't, but
Physically, yes.
Yeah.
right.
Mentally, no.
But right.
Right?
But you were expected to be a man up.
I
Step up the plate. They used to call it, right?
This, I say good morning to my dad each morning, and I know my dad is proud of me and what I've accomplished. For me to do this in his memory is very special to me. Very special.
I knew it would be.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's such a perfect fit for Laughter Saves Lives to do this show. When you said that, I was so excited.
Yeah, no,
I really was.
And things happen for a reason. As soon as I saw it, I called John, and I said, my dad was in the Army. He died at the VA of a heart attack, and on January 5th, 1959. And I said, I want to be there. I want to be there.
Isn't that something?
And I was so touched. I said to Ed, "Can you give us some money?"
That is.
Well, when
Can
you're
I
on a
ask
foundation,
how old
that's
your dad was?
My dad was older than my mom. My mom was left a widow at 38 with 4 kids, from 3 months to 12. And my dad was 52.
So you lost your mom? At what age?
No. My mom was 38 when he died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And she was left a widow at 38.
Wow.
With 4 kids from 3 months to 12 years of age.
Oh my God.
And
how did they do it? I watched my granddaughter for 3 hours, and I'm like, and then you see these mothers with like 3 kids, they're in a Super Bowl. How do they do it?
Yeah,
Moms are the best. Moms are the best.
Yeah, so, and then 3 months after my dad died, we're crossing the concourse, coming from the doctor to get the bus. I lived in middle class projects to get the bus to go get Fordham Road and get the bus to Pelham Parkway. And a car went for the light and hit my mom. She spent 6 months in Brooklyn Hospital. So
See, you
What a
you
book
met
this
my
is gonna be.
you met my wife, and I don't know if I told you, her mom got hit on Sunrise Highway by a truck.
Yeah, no.
She was in Holly Patterson for the rest of her life.
Yeah, I think you told me.
She landed on her head.
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
so
How old was your wife?
10.
Yeah.
She was 10.
Yeah.
She had a miserable childhood.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
wife, miserable.
Who raised her after?
She went from house friend to her sister,
Yeah.
and then when she was old enough, she went to nursing
Yeah.
school and all that.
Yeah.
But then she met me, and her life really got bad, right?
Wow.
I beat you to the punch.
Yeah.
All right, so we're doing the show. It's on June 20
Second.
Sunday.
On a
June
Sunday.
20. Yeah, we're
2
doing
p.m.
it 2 p.m. We're gonna get there about 1.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some fruit. We're gonna bring some fruit for them. They said we can bring some cookies. We're gonna help them bring the patients down from the floors. Now I've been to Jim Delakis when he did this show. Jim Delakis told me the one at St. Albans. It was one of the most interesting and best experiences of his comedy career. Because I'll tell the comics, hey, you want to do a show for Laughter Saves Lives? Do the veteran show first. Okay, do that first for me. And because when you're wheeling, you're talking to them.
Yeah.
You're talking to them before and after, and they want to tell their story, and they may not have. They see the same faces every day,
Yeah.
and they say Rich Walker walking in. They see it, you know. They open up and
Yes.
they want to talk,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
so it's such a great experience. We haven't been back to the Bronx in years.
Yeah.
And
It
we-
was meant to be. It was meant to be that you're going back.
Well, interesting how I got the show. I'm at gymnastics with my granddaughter.
Right.
So I'm on the rings, you know, I'm swinging, and then I was flipping, and this guy called me over. He goes, John, take it easy. You're 66. You know, so I walked over on a balance beam to him, right? and we're talking, and I said, yeah, we're doing St. Albans Veterans Hospital in a few weeks. He goes, oh, I work at the Bronx.
Wow.
He goes, I work in rec at the Bronx. He goes, they would love you to come over. And they are so excited about this.
Yeah.
The lady keeps messaging me, oh, I can't thank you enough, anything you need. So it's you're working.
I am, but if I have
Peter
a rain
Bales
day,
and-
I will call last minute.
That'd be great.
Oh.
If it rains,
Yeah.
they shut down the farm.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'll pay you double what I normally pay.
Can you pay me half of what they're paying me?
If they're paying you what I think they're paying you, the answer is no.
He'll take you to Arthur Avenue.
I'm assuming no.
I'm gonna assume right now, no.
But who stepped up? Your buddy Peter Bales and Peaches.
right.
Isn't that nice?
Roseanne Sorrentino's
That's
coming.
right.
And I'm going to have her sing a few
That's right.
tunes
Yeah.
before the show.
Yeah.
They love that.
Yeah.
And it's going to
They
be great.
just want to be entertained.
It's gonna
and
be
they want
great.
company,
Yes,
and they
yes.
want.
Have
And
you ever
we
been
appreciate
back
it.
to the hospital where your dad passed away?
No.
So it's going to be
Yeah.
a moving
It's
experience
gonna
for you.
be, yeah, it's going to be very moving.
You're gonna love what they did with the renovations.
Yeah. it's been.
Yeah, I can't wait to see them.
So we got a few minutes. We met. How did we meet, Ed? That you
through Les Deegan.
through Les Deegan,
Les Deegan.
Mr. Sunshine, Les Deegan,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And you came up. You said, John, I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
He's very inspirational, this man.
I met you officially at his show.
Yes.
Right here.
Yes.
Was it over here?
Oh, recently? The last one we did?
It was like 3 years ago.
Yes.
And
The
then
one in
you,
Seaford. The one in Seaford.
Oh, Seaford, right?
Yes.
And you expressed an interest in
Yes.
taking stand-up university, which you
Oh,
did.
Yes.
You
Yes.
graduated my class, John.
Yes, I
And
did.
he's hysterical.
Which goes to show you that anybody can do it.
That's probably true.
You know what I think? I think
I
on
threw
that
out the punch.
What was it?
You see, you don't listen to
Sometimes
me
I-
half the time, and part of that time is the punch.
Oh, okay.
I threw the punch out, and you were just like, "What am I saying next?" Your ADD is my,
Well, because I had it. I was
I got to bring you some pills. My pills.
Ed should perform. Give him a few minutes on that show.
Oh, he's definitely. What, you mean the VA?
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh,
without
because
a
you
doubt.
said 2 minutes ago you pushing people down in
Well,
the chair.
yeah, but he also said, listen, I'll give you an extra few bucks if you let me perform. So
That's cool.
I did.
we're gonna put him up there. We're gonna put him up. No, seriously, it's very generous what you're doing,
No.
and we appreciate
It's
it.
my pleasure to do it. And,
It's an honor.
So, any shows? Ed took Richie's class.
Yeah.
Right? You took Richie's
Yeah.
Yeah,
class.
he's been out there ever since.
And he's
I
out-
see his name
Yeah,
pop
He's
up.
out there and he's working the
December,
open
yeah,
mics.
yeah, yes.
He's out there on the street, on the street corners doing some
I
shtick.
am. I am.
You know. Oh, I know what I wanted to say to you in closing. I know what I want to say in closing. No, it won't be another insult. I always insult my sponsors. That's really. St. Albans wrote us a beautiful letter.
Right.
And I wanted to bring it to read it because the way they worded it, but they said something in there that, thank you for what you did, blah, blah, blah. They even mentioned the fruit. And then they said, you are responsible for adding to their social lives, their lives.
Right.
What you did, and we don't look at it that way.
No.
We go in, we do a little show, but like I said, they don't get a lot of visitors.
No.
I got to bring it next time and read it to you.
You should.
I'm gonna put it on Facebook there. It was really, really nice. It was really nice.
Yeah.
So Ed, thanks for stopping by.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
I
What an
bought you a
honor.
slice of pizza.
Yes, you
You know,
did.
your
Yes,
big
you did.
sponsor, so I buy you a freaking slice. I buy myself eggplant. I give him a slice. I'm an idiot, right?
Ed, why don't you take the eggplant?
I'm an idiot.
No, that's all right. I'll let him have it. I'll
Love
see
you, brother.
I'll see you. Good seeing you, Rich.
Love
Yes.
you, Ed.
And I'll see you on Sunday, June 22nd.
All right, bring gas money. Bring
Yes, I'll bring gas money. Maybe I'll even take it off of the avenue.
Ooh, that would be a good idea. Ed Paley. We'll be right back with our comic. Who's coming on first tonight? We got Butch made this. Gerald Bedford. Gerald Bedford.
There he is. I see him smiling.
Because I don't see Megan on there, right? So Gerald. All right, we'll be right back.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I have 30 seconds to give you a very important message. My name is Arthur Lee. I'm the CEO and inventor of LifeVac, a simple choking rescue device that could save a life in a choking emergency. We've saved over 3,000 lives now, but we're not there. 5,000 people a year choke to death, one child every 5 days. Please consider protecting your family in a choking emergency with LifeVac. Go to lifevac.net today. Thank you for your time.
And we're back with Have to Save Lives Live.
Paradise Studios. We're back, and we have a very special guest. I've been trying to get her on the show for a while. I am a
Hysterical.
big fan of her sports, little sports thing she does. Of course, I should know the name of it. I should have wrote it down. But she's also a very, very funny comic. Please, a nice warm welcome for Megan Hanley is here. We don't know where she is, but she's here.
There's the smile.
Hello, Megan.
Your mic,
Your mic is muted. Muted.
Muted.
There
I was
we
in
go.
the
She's
room.
a
I
pro.
was obviously muted.
How are you?
I'm good. It's great to see you guys.
I am a big fan of your, what do you call the sports little things you do?
Sports Tabata.
Sports Tabata. I love quick, concise, funny stuff, and you got to think a little bit. Like she'll throw it out there, and you go, "Oh, that was, very, very good."
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's like high intensity interval training. Like with sports and comedy.
Now, are you a big sports fan, or you just perfected this Tabata?
I am a big sports fan. I feel like you have to be in order to do this. And let me ask you guys, as I'm speaking right now, are you guys also hearing the echo repeated?
No.
It's just me.
How is this now? How is it
Bring
now?
your volume up.
I feel like every time. Oh, wait, it stopped. Okay. I was like, every time.
I saw them. They just checked the box.
Oh, perfect.
They checked the echo box.
Every time. I was kept hearing myself twice, and I was like, oh, no. Nobody wants this.
When I was a young man, I would say, oh my God, my perfect woman would be somebody who loves sports, is funny. Do men get intimidated by your sports knowledge, or does that attract men?
It definitely does not attract.
No?
But I think times are changing a little bit. So we'll have to see. I feel like it's now like people are getting it that like a lot of women like sports and women in sports is popular. So I feel like that's changing. But in general, it sounds like something, oh, that'd be ideal. And I find out, you realize there's a lot of guys don't actually know as much about sports as they
I
say.
know nothing about sports. In my app, they even say
Very funny.
I wouldn't know one athlete if it wasn't for the George Foreman grill. That's how bad
And what's the
So I
other
think-
one that I like better?
The other
but you like
line
this one.
was, I wouldn't know one athlete if it wasn't for Dancing with the Stars. But nobody gets that.
No?
Listen, I got really into last season of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah,
Like it became my guilty pleasure. And I started watching it because of Ilona Mar. And then it was like all the other athletes. There were so many athletes on that
Right,
season
'cause
that
they're
the
good.
dancing
Go.
was
They're
incredible.
not hired to do sportscasting, so
Yeah.
they're dancing with
Yeah,
the
I
stars.
was at my granddaughter's recital the other day. Holy
Nice.
crap! She's 4, 1 2-minute number, and they had her come out front for half of it, and then go behind 30 seconds, the outfit, whatever it was. Anyway, I said to my grandson sitting next to me, I said, a lot of famous athletes took dance, ballet stuff,
Oh,
Yeah.
so they can be more balanced on their feet.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did dance for many years. I was never really good at it, but I still did it all through. It just felt like something you didn't quit. You just had to like stay in till the end. And I also did karate, and my dad would let me know, oh, these two are going hand in hand. The dance is helping with karate and the karate is helping with dance, but I'm not sure if that was true.
Did you ever use the karate?
Not really. No, but maybe there's just the mentally knowing that like if something happens, although I've been out of practice for like over 20 years, but
Yeah.
So
I used to.
You don't do all the practice.
I used to do the kata, everything, the ippons. I used to be very into it. I was into it till about I got to college, and then
What belt did you get to?
I was a black belt.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's more
You
intimidating.
see,
than
I would
sports.
walk around with that on
See?
my shirt, black belt. Everybody would know it's black.
Don't tell guys that.
Which form of karate?
Well, so it's called Kazango-ju, which is like the way of the hard and the soft. That was like our dojo thing, and it's Japanese. Yeah. So
Very cool.
But Kazango-ju. And here's the thing. I feel like I have to figure out a way to talk about this on stage because it was like not an official dojo, but like it was probably like more of an intense training that other people were getting. Like it was run by like the guy who trains, like he's like the police at the police department. And like this was something he liked to do on the side was like, but it was just at Hop Hog High School in their like wrestling room.
You know what's really funny?
That is funny. There's something funny there.
My son took jujitsu.
Oh, that's intense.
When he was young, but he didn't like it because the sensei would walk around with like a ping pong paddle and keep smacking his side with it. And it was too much stretching. They put him like where his butt is against the wall and his feet straight up. It was too much. But because of the mats, he got warts on his feet. That's what he said. But his band-aids kept falling, and the sensei kept going, "Cousin, son, pick up your band-aids."
Oh my
I
god!
never wanted to go back.
Yeah,
Megan, you can name the side job that they had. Let's say he was an Amazon driver, and I thought it was weird in the middle of and use that side job as part of the training.
Yeah.
While it's kind of weird until I found out. I don't know. I was just thinking out loud.
So,
when you
what
said
is
that.
your new sports venture? I don't even know about it. What are you doing in it?
Oh yeah, I've been doing it like for years. I've done different versions of it. I've retired it for a while. I started doing it kind of during the pandemic, just as something like a schedule to keep me on to do every week. Right. So basically, it's called Sports Tabata. It comes out every week. It's 1 minute long, and it's just four quick jokes. It's kind of like Weekend Update style jokes, but it's sports. And it's called Tabata because Tabatas are like high intensity interval training. Tabata. Yeah. So that's kind of it. It's like, welcome to Sports Tabata. Let's get started. I ring a bell, and people love the bell.
Tabata.
I love it. I love
Tabata.
God,
Thank you.
I definitely love it.
Tabata.
Tabata. Yeah.
Now, do you bring?
Yeah, I got it.
Do you bring any of this into your comedy act, like sports?
Not yet.
Like, what team are you big on right now? What do you think of the
Well, I'm a huge Yankee fan. That's like my biggest team that I root for is the Yankees. I do some jokes about sports. I've tried. It's very rare that like a joke that hits in Tabata, I can just seamlessly work into the act because they are very like set up, punch, boom, sometimes it doesn't always fit. And then sometimes it's really specific to something that happened that week. So really, if people don't know, they don't know. But every once in a while, like something will happen in the crowd and like it comes back almost like a crowd work bit, but I'm able to like plug it in. But I do some sports jokes. I would like to do more just because I like sports and I'd like to just like hang out with some athletes. And I feel like I don't understand. It's becoming more of a thing, I feel like a little bit, but I don't understand how there's not more comedy and sports shows. I feel like they go so hand in hand like laughing and talking about sports. There should be a bigger space for it.
Maybe we could work out something with Barbie here where you could be a sports reporter for us, you know, and every month we get a report, a funny report
with her Tabata.
We can do Tabata too, but I mean, it would be fun interviewing. I always thought, let's interview the athletes that aren't being interviewed. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
Basically, you know, let's the guy on the bench, you know.
Yeah.
There's a story to be told there, and you could have a lot more fun with that person, a lot more access.
Right.
Like
right.
when we went to spring training, we ended up talking with a lot of these guys who were only on single A, and you know, they were more than happy to talk to you, and we had some fun with them. I did a few interviews.
Nice. Yeah, I did a thing at this point. God, it might be like 7 or 8 years ago, but we tried to do it a second time, and then we needed like a lot of waivers. So basically, I went to like a kids' soccer game, and I was like the sports reporter interviewing kids. And we edited it. It's up on my YouTube, and it came out great. But then we were going to try to make it a series, and then it became very complicated because you can't really just like walk in with a camera and start interviewing children in a lot of spaces.
Right.
So it became a little bit of an issue. But I was like, this could be a whole thing. But we did get one off. It was like my friends' kids. We knew everybody, so it's up on my YouTube. But I always thought it would just be like a great series, you know, interviewing kids.
I put it out on Facebook that I was interested in doing interviews with kids. You'd be surprised how many parents are like, oh, yeah, do my, you know,
right.
It's the opposite of, oh, I don't want my kid, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, like, yeah, you know.
Yeah. I think the parents are into it. I think it just depends on like we were outside of a soccer field in Brooklyn, so it was like fine. But we tried to do the next one at like an actual like indoor arena, and then you realize you walk in with a camera, they're like, what do you do? Like, you shouldn't even be filming it here, and then who's filming? And then
those things on the microphone with a number on it. You know, like make it look official.
So can I put you on the spot? You have any of the sports jokes that you've done in the past that we can?
Oh, that is really on the spot. I have not even written Tabata this week. Let's see. You know what? Actually, I have my notebook sitting in front of me. I will read. Give me a second here. I think I have. I don't know if I have it.
Anything on the Giants firing? I mean, the Knicks coach.
Well, that will be on this week, so I don't. Let's see.
I can't believe they fired him.
I can.
Yeah.
I can, because it's like it got to a point where it was like it looked like he was figuring out how to coach the team during the playoffs. That's a reaction to what people were saying, in the media. Yeah. Oh man, I think I threw some of these out.
Next time, we'll do it next time. That's okay.
Listen, let's see if I can remember some of last week's jokes. Yeah, I won't be able to just get it out without having it written down.
One you've ever written? There's got to be.
Do you have one that?
What happened?
Well, give me one that was your favorite that you've ever written.
Guys, I would have loved to if you told me to do this ahead of time.
No, you're right. No,
I don't know them off the top of my head. There's like hundreds of them.
I'd be saying the same thing with John.
Look at these idiots.
Say something funny.
They didn't. Where are you going to be performing this weekend?
Let's see. This weekend. Now I'm looking at my notebook and seeing if I have some old jokes written out in here, because a lot of them I wouldn't know it word for word unless I'm.
Yeah, that was my fault, Megan. I was running around.
This one's got a lot of cursing on it. We can't do that.
I saw online you're doing cruise ships now.
I am doing cruise ships. I'm doing cruise ships. Yeah. Oh, I can't read this one. This is usually Sports Tabata is very clean, but of course the one I came across is a little bit dirty, and I cannot do those.
Well, we'll have you back on. Maybe we'll just do a Sports Tabata segment next time.
Maybe. Sure. People can see all the Tabatas. They're on my Instagram. It also has Sports Tabata has its own Instagram. So if you go to my Instagram, you can go to @SportsTabata, and it's just all the Tabatas. So they live on their own.
Hanley, right?
Yes, and I'm headlining the Giggle Room at Governor's on Saturday, June 28th. So
go see her.
Come on out, 7:30.
Go see Megan. She's very funny. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on our show. Next time, I'll let you know what I want you to do.
Thanks, guys. I would have rapid fire, but I don't have the.
Well, thank you, Megan.
Thank you, Megan.
Great to see you guys. Thanks for having me.
Giggle Room. What's the date of that Giggle Room again, Richie?
22nd.
22nd. Go see her. All right, we're going to bring out our next guest. We're not going to go to break because we want to bring out Gerald Bedford. Gerald Bedford. He's going to be, I think, performing at Comedy Club.
Yes. I'm going to what?
There he is.
I'm sorry that was such a lousy intro. We're gonna bring out.
Let's do it. Let me try do it better. We're gonna bring out Megan Hanley. No, that's not good. That's not good. Let's bring Gerald.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming right now. Oh,
do it. You're gonna really love him.
It's Gerald. Yeah.
Mention his videos.
All right.
Videos were amazing.
The very, very funny. You're gonna love this guy. He's appearing at the Primetime Comedy Club coming up. Give it up for Gerald Benford.
Yeah.
There you go, man.
There you go.
Gerald, are you on your phone?
Yes, I'm on my phone.
Can you turn it sideways so we can see more of you?
There you go, right there.
Let me see if you good. Nice.
Let me get up. There we go.
There he is. Look at that handsome piece of work.
There we go.
How are you, brother?
What's going on?
What's
going on? I'm loving this show. I've never heard the show before, and I'm a fan. You guys are hilarious.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. What do you think of Richie?
Richie is hilarious. I enjoyed you when you used to be on Letterman. No, that's nice.
When you at Primetime this weekend?
When you at Primetime?
What's that? I don't know. We don't have an official date yet.
I know. Butch said he goes, I don't want to book that guy. I remember.
He's gonna hook me up.
He's gonna hook you up.
You're gonna love it. It's a great room.
Yeah.
Great room.
It is a nice room.
This is my show now, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I like to talk. You guys go right into everything. I heard a little bit about people getting hit by cars. I like that. You went from family events to my aunt. She got hit by a car down the street.
Yeah, very
landed on her head.
Yes.
I was like, this
tragedy and comedy.
Comedy and tragedy. But you do it. You keep it smiling. I love it. The producer just came in.
Oh, hey. We got Mr. Matt here. Stick your head in. Mr. Matt just told me,
this is John Sander,
that you have
awesome
videos. You have excellent videos.
Yes. I'm a content creator. I like to make silliness all the time. And
How do you see that?
I'm gonna imitate you two guys on a video.
All right.
He's like, I don't know.
For the drama.
A little dry video.
He does 90s TV. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
So, all right, a little bit now. Butch was kind enough to introduce us.
Okay.
Because I asked Butch, I said, Butch, I had a comic cancel. I need a comic. And Butch put down a list of like 20, 25 that we got to you. You were on the bottom of his list, 25.
That's foul.
Wait,
25.
These things. That's because Butch's list goes from Z to A.
That's
it.
It goes from 100 to 1.
No, but what a great connection we got tonight. This is great.
So, what is going on in your life, Joe? Right now, what is going on?
I'm just chilling. I'm doing my daddy thing. I'm doing my granddaddy thing, and just loving life. That's what I'm doing.
Beautiful
for you.
I'm doing the same thing you guys are. Just enjoying, just doing what I do. And if y'all got daughters?
Yeah, I have
two.
Oh my God, we've all been cursed. We've all been cursed. Yeah. They're beautiful creatures, but I thought all the mess started when they got older. I didn't know it started from birth. They just get on your last nerve from day one and keep going. And then God blessed me with a granddaughter, so she's gonna give me part 2 of it. But I am enjoying it. I love it. I love being dad. I love being granddad.
How old is your granddaughter?
She is 2. She will be 3 at the end of August.
Mine's 4.
Isn't it the best?
Hey, Joe, let me tell you something. I do. Richie knows. I do videos. Go to my Facebook page. I have funny videos, cute videos with her. I take her out to eat. I watch her 2 days a week. Take her all over the place, right?
Yep.
I go to pick her up at dance a few weeks ago for the first time because my son and my daughter-in-law usually do that.
Okay.
I go up to the door to get her, right? And she backs up and puts her head down. 10 parents are now looking at me. I'm going, hey, babe, it's grandma. She will not even look at me. So I had to go like this, guys. I went like this. I'm going to get my son.
Yes.
Oh, my. What? She bust my chops.
You got to love them. You just got to love them, man. Woo.
So what else is going on? That's great. So where can we see your videos?
Let me see. My videos, I'm a comedian Gerald B on everything, on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram,
Gerald
YouTube. Comedian Gerald B, JERROLD B.
So I imagine on stage you talk a lot about your daughters.
No,
No.
no. I'm a crowd work comic. When you come to my show, you're the
Really?
show. You're the show. I used to be a jokey joke comic, but I kind of like got bored with telling jokes and saying the same old stuff. So then I started going crowd work, and I found that I just enjoy
I love that. I love
keeping
that.
it raw. You go on stage, everybody gets a kick out of it, and it's just a great time. Great time.
I do the same thing, but I can't call my audiences a crowd. It's usually 2 or 3, Gerald.
Yeah.
So I do what? What is that called? What kind of work? People work.
Yeah, that's just.
He does individual sessions.
Oh no! Look who just.
Yeah,
I can't hear you. Turn it up. Turn it up.
Oh, they muted Butch.
No, he doesn't. It's not
They
working.
figured out a way to mute him.
Oh, wow.
Can you hear me?
You don't want him in this.
You can't hear me?
Oh,
We can hear you now.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So anyway, what I was about to say is we've all been doing this for a really long time, but Gerald is probably one of the best room workers I've ever seen. From start to finish. He came in the other night and literally every single person in the room, he got their name, he just busted their chops.
I love that.
It was great. Every single person in the room. Just fantastic.
I get you on Laugh to Saves Lives. So where do you live? Where do you live, Gerald?
I'm in Ramsey, New Jersey.
What is that? North Jersey?
North Jersey.
Why do you make a face when you say
I
that?
don't even know where it is.
You're like, where is that? North Jersey?
No,
I'm in a very ritzy.
I was looking dumb.
I'm in a very ritzy neighborhood. There's like 6 black folks there. I wanted to make sure we kept the numbers up, so I moved here. Nice neighborhood over here. Quiet.
So now,
I know all the police here.
How long you been doing stand-up?
It's been about 15, 16 years now. Yeah.
You got any stories of, doing the crowd work, somebody didn't respond well, or any kind of funny stories where the audience?
Yeah, every now and then, somebody will take something the wrong way, but that's anything. You have a conversation with anybody, you say something and they'll take it the wrong way. So for the most part, if you give me 10 shows, 9 of them went well and 1 of them was good. And let's say 8 are great, 1's good, and then 1 is like,
1 goes well. And
if you give me 10, 11 shows, I'll say, please give me 1 more. I have to try to get a good one in.
No, I bet you're hilarious because you had me over. You saw me laughing in the background, right? You guys are hilarious together. I'm on stage. I'm a very silly comic. I'm not a great writer, so to speak. Yeah.
My body language is my punchlines.
Yeah, so, you're a straight shooter. You just talk to you and just make people laugh. I can see.
I'll deliver when I deliver my punchlines, I yell. So the audience knows that was the punchline. That was it. He talked loud.
You look like the 2 old Muppets together on this show. That's what I love.
Compliment.
That is not a compliment.
That's a compliment.
The 2 Muppet guys.
I think that's it. Which Muppet?
That's a compliment. Come on, man. Statler and Waldorf.
Look,
come on, we grew up loving those 2.
Were you in the military?
No.
I asked Butch that. He looks like he could have been a military guy, right?
Looks like Louis Gossett Jr. from an officer.
I mean, we're just saying.
Oh no,
who
said that, Butch?
No, a guy that's not even supposed to be on this show tonight.
Oh, okay.
John Santo, you know him.
Who is it?
Huge fan of yours.
Yeah, huge fan.
Who?
Show your face again.
Show your face.
John, he's worked with you, I think.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, what's up, my man?
About 10 years ago, we did a firehouse together.
Yes, okay. There's no more fun shows than firehouses. You guys come out to have a good time. I used to do the firehouses over in Long Island, and just I had the best time. They treat
Oh
you
my
like
gosh,
gold.
you're the best.
The video you did of the '90s TV dad finding the gun in the backpack.
Yes,
still
yes.
kills me. I watch that all the time. That's a great one.
You know what I'm gonna
You
do?
got to see his videos.
No, you know what I'm
well
gonna do?
produced and everything, not like us.
Butch raves about him. You rave about him.
Yeah, he's great.
I'm gonna go home. I got a few Firehouse shows booked next year. One of them I want to put you on. It's Holbrook. Just hold
Let's
on
do
one
it.
second. You're off the Holbrook show.
Hell no.
You're gonna love this audience.
As long as I can
So,
get in.
now, I heard you before saying about all this great pay. Am I going to get some of that great pay?
You want to a show?
How do you feel about disappointment?
I'm used to it.
Do you embrace it?
I embrace it. So I'm probably perfect for this show.
He ain't coming over a bridge to do your show.
I don't know. We'll pay tolls. We'll pay. Do you know Tom DiDario?
Yes, I do.
All right, Tommy's one of my favorite comics. And every time I call Tommy for a gig, I go, Tom, I got a gig for you. He goes, it's not enough.
Yep. That's the world of comedy. That's why I make content, because the comedy world is a passionate love for me, but a financial nightmare. There you go.
I like that.
You know,
But I would never change it for anything. Making people laugh is the best thing you can do. Best thing you could ever do.
I'm still teaching to make decent money, you know?
Yeah.
I make good money on my shows when I have certain comics on it.
There you go.
And I make more money when I book a show. There's certain people.
Now, are you both retired firemen?
No, Richie was pulled out of a fire once.
I was
That he started
a long time ago.
And John had a lawn chair in front of the fire.
Yeah.
Move that.
Roasting marshmallows while the house burned down. There you go. Okay.
You laugh, but I got a unit citation. In the fire department, you get individual medals, but then you get a unit citation for the unit doing something great. And we had a guy that was going to jump off onto the Long Island Expressway from the overpass.
Wow.
And one of the guys in the company, we had distracted him over here. The other guy, two guys climbed the fence, were hanging over the Long Island Expressway. They went in, they saved the guy. And I was over there going, Tony, watch out. And I got the medal.
Sidelining it.
Yeah, everybody gets
Be careful out there.
Yeah, be careful.
So, Jerry, what do you want to talk about tonight? Did you have anything because we keep interrupting you? You're so funny.
No, I love it. I love the interaction. Keep talking. Keep talking.
I see a green screen in the back.
I like your green screen.
Yeah, that's making videos. That's what we do right here all night. I'm gonna be making videos. I'm gonna figure out how to look like the two of you, and I'm gonna make a video.
This is a green screen behind us.
I know. I know that.
Really
how do you know that?
Be very interesting if you had all that daylight and two fire trucks behind you and no other sounds. I'd be like, that's an amazing area.
It should be a little like at least dusk.
So when is the Holbrook show?
Oh,
the Holbrook show?
It looks like you booked them just now. So
no, even if you don't book me, I would still come out and support. I like to come out.
No. I'm definitely gonna. If Santos says and Butch says, you're in. You're in.
I appreciate it. I'll do it. Ask Bush. I just come by and swing by just to see a show. I don't even care if I'm on it.
No, you'll definitely. I love what I hear. It's all good. It's all good. So anything else we want to close with here? Where are you going to be performing?
Let me see. Actually, this Friday night I'm gonna be over at Resorts in Atlantic City. That's a great show. Great crowd. They come out, and I just have a field day. So if you guys, you got to keep up with my calendar. I do a lot of private shows, so I don't do as many club shows.
Right.
Club shows don't pay, but private shows do.
Me neither.
Yeah.
What is the name of the in Resorts of the room?
It's I don't know what the actual room is called. I just always say Resorts in Atlantic City. You go to Resorts and ask where the comedy show is. They send you right to the room.
I have a trivia question for you.
You have a minute. A minute.
1 minute. I got a trivia question for you.
Go.
Resorts International. It's still called Resorts International, right?
I have no clue.
Where was their first hotel? Resorts International.
Muncie.
No.
I didn't even know they had anything before Resorts International. So
Vegas?
There's no answer coming from me. I didn't know they were Resorts International.
Nobody guessed Atlantic City. It's Atlantic City.
I'm horrible.
You're not home. It is a pleasure meeting you, my friend.
Yes, you guys are the best.
You light up the screen, my
Light
friend.
it up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your energy, I love it.
And we'll have
You guys are the best. I'm
push
gonna be watching this show.
Thank
All right,
you.
cool. Good.
And we'll be following you.
All right,
Definitely.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
Gerald,
for
thank
coming
you.
All right. Have a good night.
That is warm.
Do it.
I love it. I can feel his energy. Oh my God. All right, so I think we're gonna be on hiatus next week.
We're not here Wednesday?
No.
Okay.
Because we're gonna get up early next morning
Good,
and go to DC.
good.
So we'll be in DC next Thursday night. Think of us raising some money for the Washington DC Fire and EMS Foundation.
And we will be at Busboys and Poets if you're in DC,
In the DC
and want to
area.
come see this great
There's two
show.
of them. Make sure you go to the right one. Look on the website for the flyer. Good night, everybody. We're taking Santo. We're taking Big Ed. We're going to the diner.